Making cheese has to be hard, right? Well, not when you're using sous vide. Let me show you how. What's up, everybody? James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad you're back this week. If it's your first time here and you're looking to up your sous vide game, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button down below and buckle up, because today we're making some ricotta. And yes, I know you probably know it as ricotta, but I'm heavily into a Sopranos rewatch right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with me. But anyway, ricotta, sous vide, really simple. It's essentially 2 ingredients. Well, 3 if you count salt, but it's 3 ingredients and a trip in the bath. And because if you're like me, when I was researching this, you're wondering, what can I use this for besides stuffing in pasta? Now, don't get me wrong, ricotta stuffed in pasta, delicious. But we're going a different route today, and we're gonna be making our own calzones. But the first thing we need to do is we need to start that immersion circulator. You don't wanna be waiting for 30 minutes while your water comes up to temp. When you're heating a lot of water, it takes a long time. So start it early, get it up to temp, and you should be good to go. I'm gonna cheat today. I'm gonna use a second circulator just because I don't wanna wait. All right, this is gonna be super simple. I've got this Ziploc bag here, and I'm gonna pour a half a gallon of pasteurized milk in. Make sure you check your milk. This will not work with the ultra pasteurized stuff. We'll add in 3 ounces of white wine vinegar and a pinch of salt, and that's gonna be it. It's insanely easy. We're gonna add this to the bath, and we're gonna let it cook for about an hour. In the bath, it's just gonna separate the curds from the whey. After the hour, we're gonna go ahead and place some cheesecloth over a colander and start pouring over the contents. The cheesecloth is gonna let the whey pass through and catch the curds in it. And that's your ricotta. Now you could let this cool down and drain here, but I'm impatient, so I'm gonna throw on some gloves here and get rid of the whey faster. And there you have it, some beautiful ricotta. Okay, let's get on to the calzones. Today we're going to be using Wolfgang Puck's recipe for the dough. In a large bowl, we'll drop about 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, a 1/4 cup of 95 to 105 degree water, a drizzle of our sous vide habanero hot honey. I'll link that recipe above. We'll whisk that together and we'll let that yeast activate for about 10 minutes. To that, we'll add a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of olive oil, 3/4 of a cup of warm water, a cup of all-purpose flour, and we'll stir that into what kind of looks like a batter. We'll then add another cup of flour and stir till it starts coming together. Another half cup of flour here. Stir that again until the ball sucks up most of it. We'll add a half a cup of flour onto our board. We'll dump that ball out and knead that dough. About 5 minutes later, you see it sucked up a lot of that excess flour on there, and you're going to be going until you get a nice, beautiful, smooth ball like this. We'll sprinkle a little olive oil in a bowl and place our new friend in there, making sure we coat it, and then we're going to cover that with a towel and set in a warmish place for about 40 minutes. After the 40, our dough's about doubled in size here, and we're going to press it down to deflate it. We're going to cut it into 4 separate sections. Each individual section here is going to be its own dough ball, so we'll start with one and just start tucking the edges underneath. We're going to start forming a nice ball, and we're going to repeat with the others. You can pinch the bottoms here, or you can use the friction of the board, but you just want a nice tight ball. All right, let's get into the calzone zone. The oven is preheated to 500 degrees. We've got one of our dough balls here. We'll lightly flour the workspace. We'll start stretching the dough, working as it relaxes, till it's about 9 inches wide. Now, since this is a calzone, we're only adding ingredients to one side. A layer of pepperoni here. We're going to make sure we leave about 1 inch on the outside. Next on is going to be a nice helping of that ricotta. Another layer of pepperoni. Mozzarella cheese. And now we'll pull the other side over. We're going to stretch and then start crimping the edges. Just like this, one finger pushes down on the top, other going to bring the dough over. We'll cover that with a nice egg wash over the top. We're going to cut ourselves some holes on the top so the inside doesn't just steam. And there you have it. We're going to put that onto a cornmeal pan and into the oven for about 15 minutes. Now for that gooey cross section. Alright y'all, let's see how we did here. Take a look at the inside. You got that layer of pepperoni, that fluffy ricotta. Oh, that beautifully brown bottom. Let's give it a try here. That ricotta, so delicious. Could use a little salt. I could have salted it a little better, but it is pretty fluffy. Just kind of goes great, you know, heated up in this calzone. I mean, what's not to like about a calzone? 2 cheeses, meats of your choice, delicious. But alright everybody, if you got something out of this video, go give it a like down below. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you go watch some of the other videos we got for you. Catch you on the next one.